Hello from the AT. It's day 107, and I'm at mile 885. A couple of days ago, I resupplied in Waynesboro. Got 4 days of food there. Thank you, Bo. And leaving Waynesboro, I entered Shenandoah National Park. And I've been really looking forward to this place for a couple of reasons. But just quickly to show you how they mark the trail here, they have these concrete posts with little metal wrapped around, imprinted with the name of the trail. And they still have the white blazes. But that's I guess a Shenandoah National Park then. So the one reason I wanted to, or why I was looking forward to coming here, as you can see the trail behind me, and it's the same in front of me. There are no big mountains in this park. And actually, there is no more mountains. I did the Priest and Three Ridges, and they pretty much kicked my butt. That was a few days ago, last week. But that was the last mountain over 1,000 feet that I'm going to have to climb until I get into maybe Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Mount Greylock. So I got about 700 miles of, I wouldn't say easy walking, but 700 miles of no mountains over 1,000 feet in a day. So everything is 1,000 feet or less. How about that? So Shenandoah Park is, there's some hills here. Probably like, most of the time they're like 500 or 600 feet up and 500 or 600 feet down. So it's really a nice change. And most of the park is, so far it's been this kind of trail. So it's just dirt. There's some sections that are, there's some pine trees, so it's all pine needles. So it's very comfortable on my feet. So this is really nice to be here in Shenandoah. And it might be the time of the year, but the birds are coming out, and there's more birds. Most of them I don't recognize yet, but I wish I could. But, so there's the barred owl is still in town. I woke up yesterday morning, and I rolled up my tarp. I just had breakfast under the blue sky and the rising sun. And even after the sun comes up, the barred owl is still pretty active. I was sitting in my hammock, and the barred owl flew directly over me at about 15 feet and perched in a tree behind me. And that guy sounds like he has a built-in amplifier. His call or song is so loud, it's amazing that it comes from a bird so light. But it is a pretty big bird. So it's getting warmer, well into spring. Today is Saturday morning. See a lot of hikers. The shelters are really filling up with through hikers that are catching up to me, plus section hikers and weekend hikers and just day hikers everywhere. So I've been avoiding the shelters and just sleeping out, doing some stealth camping. You can see there's lots of places around here. Camp. The problem is water. Water is sometimes, yesterday it was, there was a spot that was about 11 or 12 miles between water sources. So I skipped the shelter and went to a picnic area that had water, filled up my water, and just walked into the woods and found a good spot to hang my hammock. So probably what I'll be doing throughout the rest of these parks, these busy areas. So this morning, woke up with the birds and the sun about 8 o'clock or so. There's no way you can sleep in out here because the birds are so loud. Yesterday morning, I got woken up by a bunch of turkeys. So they were doing their gobbling, and just I could hear them ruffling through the leaves. This morning, between the birds and the deer, I had 3 deer that were within probably 10 or 15 yards of my tarp. I don't know if they knew I was there, but I could hear them walking around, and I just kind of flopped over on my hammock and lifted up the edge of the tarp, and I could see all 3 of them right there. And they just kind of looked at me, and they just went back to doing their thing. So I think they're used to people in this park. So definitely a lot of wildlife. No bears yet, though. Hopefully I don't see any bears. I don't mind seeing animals that don't want to eat me. But bears, I don't care if I never see a bear. If I want to see a bear, I'll go to the zoo. I'll feel safe at the zoo. I won't get eaten by a bear at the zoo. So we got 7 days. When I entered the park, I left Waynesville. The forecast was 7 days of sunshine. No rain at all, 0%. There's a huge high pressure system right off the coast of Virginia. And it doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere anytime soon. So, makes a really comfortable night sleeping. It's dry, the dew point's really low. There's no dew anywhere in the morning. Temperatures about 65 yesterday. Gets down to about maybe 35, 40 at night. Very comfortable for sleeping, very comfortable for hiking. This is like perfect weather. Perfect time of the year. All the birds are out. Lots of deer around. Not much water, but I can work around that. Actually, there's a campground up here with a camp store. So I'm probably going to get some water there and hopefully recharge my phone. So my next spot, my next resupply is Elkton. There's not much in Elkton except for that post office and a couple of little stores. So I won't be spending the night in Elkton. So I'm just going to get my mail drop and head back on the trail. Problem with that is, how do I charge my phone? So there's lots of waysides, which are like little restaurants on the side of the Skyline Road, and easy walking distance from the Appalachian Trail, and like this camp store. So I'm going to try to keep my phone charged at those places. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Another great day in the Shenandoah National Park. See you, bo. Sarang he.